In today's video, I'm going to talk about joyful stuff. It is the season to be jolly, and we're going to talk about market crashes. We're going to talk about running to the hills. We're going to talk about getting the money underneath the mattresses. Oh wait, super hyperinflation. No, you'll lose more money. Don't do that. But we're going to talk about all the good stuff that is happening with the markets. I hope you're ready. Bring the Kleenex. Let's go. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you're all well. I have been super busy. But today is the day. I've been promising it for about, I don't know, the last 4 weeks. One more day, one more week. The course is done. And I think it's came at a brilliant time with this market uncertainty. A hell of a lot of gapings going on out there, and I'm just going to get straight in. Just type stock market into Mr. Google and you will see here. Melt up markets have a lot to unwind should COVID scare stick. That lovely word again. Shares hit a new variant rattles investors. Fear stalks the market. Insert word tumble. YouTube doesn't like these words, so I don't want to say it in case my video gets took down. Markets crash as lockdowns emerge, but the stocks to buy will be different this time. Interesting. FTSE 100 hit by biggest fall since June 2020 amid new fears. It takes courage to buy the stock market dip, so he missed out. Well, whatever. Let's have a look at the Financial Times. Fear is out there. This guy looks super upset about it. Investors will be on alert this week for information on the spread of the insert word. And then it just goes on to say that pretty much this new variant, it's making everything go red. In my opinion, news is relevant. Of course, it can give you as much help as possible, but it's FUD. We've talked about it. It doesn't really matter what people are saying, because we'll just look at the charts, because at the end of the day, what can't speak can't lie, and I like the charts for those reasons. Let's have a look at the S&P 500, for example. This was back in February, March time. This is when it really pulled back. This is when, you know, the fears were out there, lockdowns, all of that. And that's what happened. But we did have one hell of a good bounce. Then we had this lovely rally up until recent times. If we zoom in now, this is on the day chart, by the way. If we zoom in, we had then the September sort of correction that the market needed, very much so. And you know, we talked about on the channel, that was probably the last time I did my big scary talk, end of September. So about 2 months ago. You know, we protected ourselves, we saved ourselves, no drama is there. Did a lot of shorting over this time, and yeah, it's sunk. We bought the reversal, we've been riding it up ever since. We've been buying and riding it up to here, which has been lovely jubbly. And for anyone you know, that's losing the day charts, you know, you would have bought this here and you would have rode this up here for a lovely 7% over the over less than a month period. You would have got 7%, which would have been lovely. And we'll, you know, anyone that's buying my course, which is now available today, will know how to do these types of things. What's happened is we have fell below our averages, and we've had this one hell of a sell-off. Let's have a look at the VIX. So the VIX is to do with the volatility, and the volatility in the market. You can make a lot of money, and you can also lose a lot of money on the VIX. It's a wee bit rich for my blood, but you can see here on Friday, if you had bear in mind, Friday was only a half day because of Thanksgiving. Happy belated Thanksgiving to all my American subscribers. 54%. Wow, that would have been lovely. You're literally going back to September when we had that big crazy sell-off. You're going back then to May when you had that big crazy sell-off. What happened? What happened here? And if we go back, you can see every time this VIX has went a bit bonkers, we've had crazy recent sell-offs. So what you might, and I'm not saying this is it, this is not financial advice, but I would maybe anticipate a bit of a pullback. Now, if we go back to our SPY, the first time the Roni was originally broke on the news, and you know, lockdowns were happening now in Europe, there's lockdowns breaking, different things. The UK government have come out saying that, oh, we're not going back into the lockdown. It will be a good Christmas. You will drink your mulled wine. They've said a lot of things that have been wrong. So let's not talk anymore about politics and what they're going to do. But all I'm saying is here, the reasoning behind this was because it's had such a good run up. People said, oh, well, it needed to pull back. It was more of a real pullback because of the froth. You know, things were overpriced. Okay, so that's the reason behind that. Then if I just pull this chart back, so if this was called the froth and we pull back, then what the hell is this last year been? Because that is one hell of a good rise. Yes, a wee bit of slight pullback, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'd be treading very, very carefully here. Everything's looking a bit ropey. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't fall a bit lower. So, but even if you look at my watch list, I mean, you can see here, it was a brutal day. A lot of poundings, and you know, thankfully, I'm not really in any of these trades. Swing trading is the way forward in this on market uncertainty. And right now you'll get 50% discount off my course if you see the link down below. Feel free to click that and learn about all this here. You'll get these sell and buy indicators for newbies, and it really is aimed at newbies and people that want to learn how to swing trade. I'll try to do it in a simple way, and there will be a promo video that I'm going to do later on today to accompany it. You really need to protect yourself. It's so scary out there. It is untrue. And a lot of, you know, not a lot of winners out there. And even if we look at skills, for example, we've had actually a green day, surprisingly. So I've been covering skills. You know, in the channel, go in and check it all out. It is going to be my recent advocate for my course and just for in general where we were. Actually, I'll share the link here to the skills video. You can check it out. We sold here, baby. We sold here. Actually, I sold the day before. I got 12.58 and I included the screenshot. Normally I don't show my sales, but I did. I'm not saying that is the best trading strategy. I'm not, you know, stopping anyone from hodling. But if you want to be taking these 25%, fair enough, do it. You know, I'm not going to, you know, stop you from taking 25% drops if that's what you would prefer. But just to let you know, I'm looking for a reversal. Stick the RSI on here and we'll stick our MACD on. I can tell you right now, it doesn't look pretty. It still looks to me there's more to come. But we will see. The market can do whatever it wants. There's a lot of fear out there on the cryptocurrency. Did our line originally here, which was around the 56. We said, look, that may hold up as a bit of a bounce. It bounced off it a few times, but we then had this big sell-off. And then we drew this new line saying, don't be surprised if we end up around 51.5. We are sort of floating around here. We're currently down on the day. Let's see if we can do a bit of TA on this. Let's just see on the weekly chart, which is more the way I like to trade Bitcoin or crypto in general. Let's see here, reset this chart. This is going to be rough and ready for sure, but let's just see. Let's see if we can just do a bit of magic. Roughly, again, this is to be rough. Let's remove our old support line here, just to confuse things. So we've kind of got, if we're saying this is going up, what I see potentially here is this. Oh. This is, again, I mean, this is super dirty, super rough, and in my honest opinion, I hate this crap. I think this is just all ways of just people throwing theories out there. But if you were to throw this theory out there, we have a descending wedge. And usually what happens on a descending wedge, as you can see, it usually goes, pop goes the weasel. That's a terrible looking arrow. It usually goes up on the back of it. Okay, so if we're saying that, we still need to get down and probably hit this support line, bit of a squeeze to get us down there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we went up and then we went back down and in and around, voila, the 51.5, which we did over support. So there's a few things there that are telling me there could be a bit more of a pullback on the Bitcoin. I don't know what will happen, and I don't like to predict crypto. It's just too volatile. Super dumps, super pumps, it can happen all the time. Unregulated, I don't like it. RSI doesn't look particularly good. MACD doesn't look particularly good. I haven't changed my story. The last time I bought crypto, last time I bought Bitcoin, I played the dip on the sort of 56,000 range. Now I'm holding back and waiting for 51 with all the market uncertainty and all that. I'm in no rush. I'll just see what happens. I would rather wait for the confirmation that we're going back in the bullish territory before buying more. I'm not just going to buy dips. I don't do that. I try my best to use technicals. God, that looks like a mess. That's the video. All I will say is usually after a holiday, potentially you can get a bit of a jump. We've had a day off. We've had a half day. The fears, the market, people maybe taking money off the table because the next few days you don't know what that would bring. I know that's my trading strategy recently. Trying to take money off the table before weekends and stuff, just so you've got those extra couple of days of news and not having to worry about it, and just sort of reset. I'm very much swinging in and out, protecting myself. I'm not really holding too much long, but there is things that I'm holding long, the likes of Coal Minerals, because I feel that there could be something massive that could come. Doesn't help that they're in Africa with this new issue that came out of Africa. Makes you go, Christ, well, how is Africa? But this, it has not went well. Been brutal. I bought on the great news, fundamental news, completely ignored the charts and went, fundamentally, I love this news, I am in. We've taken a pounding, we're below all our averages now, it charts look horrible. But I'm okay with it because it's the kind of news, if something comes out, it shoots it up, and that's what I'm saying. Swing in and out of the big stocks, but when there's certain stocks that you love and passionate about, Coal is just one of them, Argo, ABML, the other stocks on the channel that I talk about, I'm holding all of them. I don't have my full position, as in I still want to keep buying more of them. So I'm okay, but am I buying this week? No, I'm not buying until the charts tell me, or until this uncertainty is perhaps gone. So I'm just sort of holding, if you want to call it that. But I'm swinging in and out of stuff. There will be opportunities every day, whether that be shorting, who knows. If you're interested in the course and getting to understand all this and what this all means, and getting these buy and sell indicators, drop me a message or just go on and buy the course if you wish. And that's it. I will catch you in the next video. I'm going to be more active now that I've got the course done, so there'll be plenty of glorious videos coming out this week. Yeah. I'll catch you then. Peace.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not.